Hello, good morning, good afternoon, good evening.
Hi.
Ah, jump scares. See, jump scares. So, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night, depending on where in the world you might be watching us from. Welcome to a hopefully very unique episode of the Co-Crown
Yes.
podcast.
All the uniqueness. Yeah.
Yeah,
Gotta say random things and make it all
yeah.
stand out from everything.
My name is AJ, joined along by my co-host Miss Meg Mon,
Hello.
and this week has not been fun.
No, we're not salty at all.
No, not at all.
Not at all.
So, YouTube, in their infinite wisdom, decided to let's just get this out of the way. They
Yeah.
decided to demonetize the channel. I asked them why, and they went because reasons.
Yeah, literally.
Okay, can you explain what those reasons are? Reused content. Okay, but all my content is my own. I stream on Twitch. I break it down. I make it more palatable, more episodic, more digestible for the YouTube format. It's still me. It's still a version of this avatar. It's my voice, just as it's my voice on this video here. And then they tried to say, well, no, reused content doesn't mean other people's content. They tried to change their own words on what the definition of reused content was, but I wasn't I wasn't adding a unique flair to the footage I was using. And I was like, you mean my footage? You mean the footage that's my virtual avatar on?
Yeah.
That you haven't been able to show me isn't my virtual avatar. I had to submit an appeal video that was like 5 minutes long. And I did it like this. Explaining what the channel's about, how the content is made, that, the long form streams happen over on Twitch. But every Wednesday and Sunday, we're live here exclusively on YouTube. And the stuff that happens away from this platform, again, gets cut down, it gets edited, it gets truncated, and it gets made a lot more palatable than the long form streams, which are very much, if you weren't there, you lose a lot of it. Because there's jokes that only work in the moment. So if you're watching something secondhand, it's not going to be funny if you're not in the chat when it's happening. So it's not going to be as funny.
Yeah.
And no, I was still apparently reusing other content. And I had to say to them, again, one more time, it's all my content. I'm not a clip channel. There's dozens of people who just take other VTubers' clips and add subtitles and go, yeah, all the clicks, please.
There's other people that upload clips from movies. And
yeah.
They've been up for 10 years and the clip is still there and they've done nothing about that.
Clips from anime, clips from video games, clips without context, gameplay with no voiceover. No, and that was their whole thing. Oh, there's no voiceover. There's no, the creator isn't on screen occasionally showing how the process is, talking about the editing and this and that. I'm like, dude, the creator is right in the corner of the fucking videos.
You're in every single one of them.
Yeah. In this form or another. Thanks, gender fluidity. So I wanna get one piece in particular because it was kind of I kind of had to take the piss out of it. And this is kind of where they started trying to change their own definitions. So I said to them, I submitted my appeal, but it apparently wasn't a broad enough explanation of my channel. How many ways can I explain that I live stream video game content and run a twice weekly review show with virtual avatars? I haven't been told what the quote-unquote reuse content was. And then their reply was, uploading content from multiple sources or re-uploading someone else's content without adding your own original touch is considered reuse content and isn't allowed for the YouTube partnership program. And I said, once again, it's all my own content. I have not used any other creator's content. All reactions and gameplay are my own and belong to nobody else. Please show me where this is not true. And then they said, to clarify, Reused content isn't just about re-uploading someone else's vids. It's also possible that you didn't add sufficient value to make your vids unique. The reason why your channel isn't eligible to monetize. Here's more deets on what that means. Right? So I had to quote retweet that one because basically YouTube just said I'm a bad content creator and I can't monetize because my own content that I'm producing isn't unique enough. So I went back then, once I got that sort of hearty laugh out of my system, and I quoted their own wording. The creator also appears on screen in many videos or has voiceovers to describe the editing work. And I said, that is all my channel is. My avatar is on screen, constantly interacting with the medium. There is no repurposing of other creators' work. It's not a clipping channel. Nor am I stitching together movie or TV scenes or just outright posting another content creator's clips like a dozen or more other channels. That's my voice across all videos. Please provide specific examples of where this has not been the case so I can understand better. And eventually they had to say, well, we'll take another look and let you know what we find out. It might take a couple of days, but we'll be in touch as soon as we have an update. Like the fucking cheek. You know, and then when you are reading their policy thing, and they go out of their way to say that it's a dedicated review team and not a bot or algorithm.
Well, then your review team can tell me which part is unacceptable.
Exactly. What did your dedicated review team find that my content is quote unquote reused? Because even the intro musics, the outro musics, they're all not license free music. They're all royalty free. In most cases, I just got to put in the video description, you know, licensed from such and such, which I do. So yeah, I don't think they're going to come back to me, and I'm just going to have to reapply in 30 days. So it's been a particularly trying 2 days.
Are they trying to say that they don't like being second to Twitch?
Well, that was their fault. The reason I used to live stream on YouTube, that used to be my main source before they started fucking with that for basically the same reason.
Yeah.
Remember they went on a tirade for a while where they just started deleting my thumbnails, and then when they would reverse the decision, they'd delete them again like an hour later.
Yeah.
So they pushed me over there.
Yeah.
Like,
I'm just reading the example of reused content or whatever. It says, oftentimes, large portions of the channel are completely dedicated to content like the above. For example, short videos you compiled from other social media websites.
Yeah, so I'm not taking memes, but the way I read that is, I'm not taking memes and other clips and doing a 10-minute reaction or something.
Yeah, but if you read that as short videos from your Twitch streams.
Or collections of songs from different artists, even with their permission. So that's where I'm thinking it's more of a like meme compilations and shit. Yeah. I mean, the wording is very vague. So
it is.
They could come back and say, "Oh yeah, that's exactly what we mean." Well, then fucking tell me that. Just don't dance around it. Tell me what you mean.
Yeah, because that's what's like.
But hey, we're not monetized, so I can swear all I fucking like now.
Yeah, exactly. Fuck it.
fuck YouTube. Fuck.
I don't care if they heard that.
You know. Oh, there it is. Note, all removals are completed by an actual person on the review team, not a bot, quote-unquote bot or algorithm. We're working on ways to improve the communication process and support overall experience for YouTube partner program reviews and removals. No, you're really not, because I've been going through the same bullshit like for the last... It feels like every second year I run into some sort of bollocks like this.
Yeah, and we know that they had bots running the show for a long time because they said they did.
Yeah, they told us they did. Like
when they can't get back to you on time, it's a bot.
Yeah.
You know, the bot flagged it, not a person.
Yeah, sorry about that. See how quickly someone comes back to you when you say you're having trouble paying for YouTube Premium versus you have an actual problem with the platform, and that's your tell.
Yeah.
Um, you know, sometimes we make mistakes during the review process. Yeah, yeah, you do.
Mm.
Um, you know, but
Well,
I want to see where this movie I've uploaded without adding like review context to it,
while you're clipping.
or yeah,
Like, oh, I don't get it. But if they come back and just will not give back the monetization.
basically my plan is Tears of the Kingdom will be the last long form video game I upload to the platform. We'll keep YouTube alive for the podcast.
Yeah.
Super chats will just be a no show. We'll have to rely on like just donations through Streamlabs and crap like that.
Yeah.
Do it like we do over on Twitch.
YouTube won't get cut.
YouTube doesn't get a cut that way.
Yeah.
And yeah, no, so that is my plan. Like if this does go the way that I really feel it's going to go, or they don't come back to me and I reapply in a month and it's the same thing. Tears of the Kingdom is the last game I upload.
Yeah.
So when we do Danganronpa 2, Bravely Default, Bravely Second, Apollo Justice, Fatal Frame 4, whatever's next, Horizon 2, a lot of twos. If you weren't there, you weren't there. There is no archive anymore.
Yeah.
Which is a shame, but
yeah, like it almost feels like we should move the podcast in that request in that.
Well, yeah, I was.
What's the word I'm looking for there? In that
direction, or in that case?
In that case, I guess. Yeah.
Yeah.
I was going for another word there, but the word request came out of my mouth, and that's not what I was looking for.
Moving like this show to something like Stitcher or Spreaker or like Apple Podcasts or something is something I've been looking into.
But if we were to record it,
we'd have to do. I would like, one way we could go about it is that the live shows happen on Discord, and we just use and we upload that audio, clean it up, and do editing or whatever. And that goes up on like Stitcher and one of those.
Yeah. I was thinking like keeping the screen and all that. We could do it through Twitch.
Well, yeah, but then all we'd be doing is just exporting the VOD out afterward to the YouTube playlist.
Or downloading it and just using the audio and uploading that somewhere else.
Well, yeah, well, that's the other thing. Is do we pick a numbered show to start that from, or do I download 240 odd episodes of podcast and just do bulk uploads, or do we start from a number and then I can do backfill? And then I can do backfill content like, going up live now is archivals of episodes 1 through 10 and of the show, and let's go back and listen to my old stupid Digimon Try reviews and stuff like that.
You could store them, but yeah, it's all something to look into.
Yeah, so don't worry. The brain is always the brain's always thinking. It's never off when it comes to this stuff.
If we weren't on YouTube, is there a platform that you guys listen to podcasts on that you'd like to see it on? Leave it in the comments. Just out of curiosity.
You can't even get these people over to Discord.
You're being called out, guys.
Yeah.
Go to Discord. Go to the Twitch channels. But seriously, if there's a podcast like app or something that you use, let us know and we can look into it.
Yeah, I mean, I can see what's involved in like fucking even SoundCloud was an option at one point. I think I tried that. Like just taking the audio form of like the YouTube video and exporting it to SoundCloud. I think I gave up on that pretty quickly. I'll be honest.
That's because SoundCloud was born and died very quickly.
Yeah. So we'll see. There's always other avenues outside of YouTube. Even if they don't believe so, I don't really think they have a where else are you going to go anymore? They don't have that.
Yeah.
YouTube's a great platform, you know, when you're a large creator.
Yeah.
But I guarantee they're not fucking, I guarantee they're not pulling down like Jimmy Kimmel for reused content. Shit like that. So yeah, it's just incredibly skewed,
I mean, if Jack or Mark started playing on Twitch and exporting their VODs over to YouTube,
but they already do.
Do they? Are they Twitch streamers more so?
Well, like I know,
I feel like they're more live on YouTube.
But I know like Rubber Ross. Well, I know like Rubber Ross is like definitely because YouTube, algorithmed artists off the platform. So they have a whole thing now where like Rubber Ross will either be doing drawing streams or Mario Maker streams and things like that over on Twitch. And there's a whole gimmick over there where it's like, "Hi YouTube," and then because the VODs go out, and then the YouTube audience sort of has to catch up on what the Twitch audience has already seen.
Yeah.
So like they're already doing that.
Yeah.
But like I probably would
a big money maker for YouTube.
I don't know.
Yeah, but that's what I mean because we know.
Ross probably. He started with Game Grumps, so he has like all that sort of following and backing behind him,
Yeah.
And like all deserved. Ross is is a fantastic human being and deserves all the fucking love and success in the world. But
yeah. Well, I just mean would they like the likes of?
No, they wouldn't give a shit.
Them, they're not getting those. Like I know they were having some problems with stuff, but the monetization was never taken away.
No.
Definitely not, because they're making enough for the actual website than they are for themselves,
Yeah.
They can do no wrong.
No, and that's kind of
we put some cleavage in a thumbnail and God help us all.
I know, right? Fucking poor Lotus.
Mm-hmm.
Like, poor Lotus. The cleavage wasn't even the focus of the thumbnail, and YouTube had a conniption.
How long have we been recording for? Should this just be its own mini-sode complaining about YouTube?
No, because I want it out of my system before tomorrow's live show.
We're still going to talk about it tomorrow.
Yeah, but if we get it out of our system now, it won't run as long.
17.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not worried. I'm not worried about it.
Just throw an L timestamp in. Let's skip the rant. Go there.
Too late now. But yeah, no, like if you're a smaller creator, without sort of any comeback or legal recourse or anything like that. Like I'm not saying like this isn't costing me anything, right? I don't remember the last time I got a YouTube payout, because it's always because once I felt like they forced me off the platform and over to Twitch.
Yeah.
Like all my income, all my Twitch income makes up for the, using YouTube as a glorified archive.
Yeah.
But, if I felt the platform was a bit more fair, or if every other year I wasn't having an issue like this with them, or they weren't deleting my thumbnails, or they weren't arbitrarily taking away the monetization stuff, I would probably try and put more effort back into, because I used to be on YouTube for everything as well. Like, the long form gameplay streams would just be, they'd be 5-hour blocks on YouTube and they would just be there. There'd be no exporting. But, again, I felt like I was just pushed off the platform because of the vagueness of how they go about things.
Yeah. Like in the time I've been following it, the amount of times like memberships have been paused because of it. You've literally had to reach out to people going, I'm reapplying this week for it. So you might get charged because YouTube will just take that money.
Yeah.
And because they'll just assume everyone still wants their membership or whatever if they haven't.
Yeah. And that's dangerous too, because like with memberships being like subscription services, most people, and look, it's always appreciated. I'm not calling anybody, silly or anything. But from our time working for like the national newspaper, most people just have a subscription out of habit because they forgot to cancel it. If you've given them an opportunity where they don't have to pay for a thing anymore, they'll go, oh, sure, I could put that money towards something else instead. And it's like, you don't want people to be locked into a thing, and I would like people to have the options to be able to, support the channel if they can, and if they can't, like, all good. I appreciate people just watching and bantering and interacting with us and things like that. But we if you have 40, we just random number, right? If you have 40 dedicated memberships coming in every month, and then YouTube pauses it, and 19 of those go, hey, wait a minute, no. Like, by the time it switches back on, you've lost nearly half your revenue.
Yeah.
Because they're bot, and it is a bot. Prove me wrong. Just decided on a whim that, you've broken an arbitrary rule, and they won't tell you what you did wrong.
And then the other half of those people are going, hey, where did my money go?
Yeah.
You don't get something to say it's unpaused.
No.
Do you want to continue it? They just take the money.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
So the other people then are blaming you for that. Yeah. And that's why you had to reach out in the first place.
Exactly, yeah.
Because you knew that was going to happen. Because it's happened multiple
times at this stage. And that's why, like, we did have a sizable amount of memberships over here a couple of years ago. And then I just basically felt like the platform wasn't worth my time. I moved over to Twitch, and I've had, a modicum of success over there. But this just goes to show me that, like, YouTube is not a safe platform to try and build a career on. No. And that's why I never turned streaming into a job. It was always just sort of a time passer, or a side, a side piece or whatever. Because the platform is just vague and uncooperative, and unless you're, when their tagline stopped being broadcast to yourself, like, I told the story about, like, Red Nintendo on the podcast last week.
I think so.
You really don't remember already, do you?
Give me a bit more.
The logo.
Yes.
There we go.
Yeah.
Okay.
We're talking about YouTube. I thought you meant a channel.
No.
No.
No. The logo story, and how
Yeah.
when the logo stopped being red and the company went corporate, all the fun was sapped out of it. When YouTube stopped encouraging people to broadcast themselves, that's kind of where they plateaued.
Yeah.
And they got, that's when they start bringing the Jimmy Kimmels on board, and
if you're already popular at that stage, you were safe, but
yeah.
Otherwise,
no. How many adpocalypses have we had now because they started bringing, like, the likes of, like, the Foxes and the late shows and the this and the that onto it, because they had to keep those people happy if they wanted, like, real TV money. So, look, and there's probably a lot more that goes into that than either of us will ever be aware of. But that's just an outside looking in perspective, that all these changes seem to happen around that time. When the music companies start getting involved more, and then you had the adpocalypse, and then I think we've had like 3-4 adpocalypses. And creators have come out of it worse every time in terms of their revenue split, or how much they earn, and how many hoops you have to jump through just to even use 3 seconds of a movie in context for a joke. It's just a very incredulous experience, and I couldn't recommend YouTube. I could recommend YouTube as a starting point, but I would also heavily suggest you have a launching point from that. Like, I don't know if Facebook gaming is still a thing.
I don't know.
Or if it's as popular as it was during the pandemic times, or
I know it went through a change of how much creators got. It was like they started doing all the stars and all that.
Oh,
and then they had to change up. Because I think you got, like, all your stars, and they only charged, like, a fee rather than there being a split. But then I think there was a split.
They'd have to
So,
eventually, yeah.
yeah.
Like it's on, like I get that. And that's not even. I don't even have sour grapes about that.
Yeah, but
Like,
also, I mean, I don't even know, like,
like
was it
YouTube
once
is
that
one of,
happened? I
yeah,
don't know if people kept on with it or
yeah.
what.
Like I like for all my annoyances with the platform, YouTube is one of the more fair splits with 70-30.
They just make it very hard to get it.
Yeah. Where, I don't mind going 50-50 on with Twitch because, it's I don't come out of it with a headache every month going, oh God, am I going to be allowed to make money this month?
Mm.
You know? So
They're transparent for the most part.
yeah, Amazon are like, and that's weird to say about Amazon, but yeah,
Yeah.
they are definitely a little bit more fucking transparent than Alphabet are anyway, or Google or fucking whatever. So yeah, so I'm a bundle of irritation and sour grapes, and
Sour grapes and salt.
yeah, yeah. So once again, welcome to Minisode 13 of the Cokram podcast. We're delving into Digimon Seekers 1-13. And we went on a train.
Yeah, we went on a train. Sorry, I was about to say, did you say 113 and then episode 13? And then I was like, oh, yeah, there it is. That's why there's 13 episodes, Meg. Yeah, caught myself, but I thought I'd tell you. Because,
Well done. Well
yeah.
done. Well, I hope this is unique enough discussion and content for the YouTube Totally Not Bots. So
better
what?
save a copy of this before you upload it, just so you have the seekers version of it left over from when they kind of go, oh, fuck these guys.
Yeah, I actually had the same thought. I did. I mean, look, we're not streaming this, we're recording. Yeah. So all I have to do is just cut the file in half.
Yeah.
If necessary.
Yeah.
So if you're watching this in the future and there's 27 minutes of footage missing, hi!
Hi! Welcome to the totally start of the stream.
Yeah.
Start of the recording.
But yeah, so what? So Loogamon and Ag, like, it picks up from the end of the last one. They run off, and the cloaked Digimon is talking to somebody else.
Yeah.
And like they kind of basically say like that this assignment is rigged in a manner, but it might be a bit too easy, so they're gonna change it up just a little bit.
Yeah, because they've seen that he has Loogamon and they know who Loogamon is.
Yeah.
They're like, this might be a bit too easy.
Yeah.
And also they didn't expect Loogamon
to be mind-linked.
To be mink-linked.
Mink-linked, yes, mink-linked.
Yeah, mink-linked has returned.
It returns a few times.
It does, in the same paragraph as the word mind-linked. It literally does, like how Loogamon was spelt wrong in between two correct spellings last week.
Yeah.
This week it goes something mink-linked, something mind-linked, something mink-linked.
Yeah. How? Yeah.
It also says the train woes to a stop or something like that.
Totally not an algorithm or an AI just blanket translating the Japanese text. Totally not happening.
I don't know what the hell is going. Excuse me, what the hell is going on? But it's, yeah, they need to fix it all. Just let me get in there and type it, please.
Yeah. Oh, I would do that. Like, I know they don't like me, but. Where at least the Western branches don't, but I will proofread your machine translation and tidy it up for you. I'll do that off my own back. Like, it wouldn't take long. Just so it's
typos around.
Yeah, there's a difference between being presentable and being right. So Loogamon keeps running and he says there's a shortcut. And then they end up on a train, and he takes up like 3 spots on the train after
which is not impolite.
Which is not impolite, because there's a whole discussion in this chapter about like what Digimon consider manners.
Yeah. Well, manners on the train anyway.
Yeah. There's this whole accord for this train where like it's been agreed that there will be no fighting on the train because the slums are so bad, everybody is just fighting.
They're all poor. It's like a typical slum, really.
Yeah.
Like if nobody has food, they're all fighting over resources. They're
Yeah,
all
they're not allowed back into the digital world.
mm,
That was something I thought was interesting. Where
yeah, they've been contaminated.
yeah, Digimon who
They're
have
like the
been
lepers of the digital world.
oh, I mean that's a rough term, but yeah, I get where you're coming from.
Well, the back in the day lepers, they can be cured now.
Oh well,
So-
I don't even think I would call them that.
You know what I mean? I don't mean like the Bible kind of lepers, you know?
Yeah, no, I know, but still, I don't know if that word is appropriate. Um, um, but either yeah, so they've been like Digimon that have been captured and let go by humans. They're considered contaminated. The wall slum is like there to stop them getting back into the digital world, as well as keep out humans, code crackers, hackers, whatever else. You know, and we get a real good sense of like from AG's perspective of like yeah, tools break down over time, you know, no matter how good they are, they break down and they get discarded. But you're seeing sort of like that what the tools have to put up with after being discarded.
Yeah, he's kind of seeing the whole Digimon are alive thing
Yeah.
from that perspective. Like, oh shit, we throw them away and they end up here.
Yeah, like wandering aimlessly, and it's it's like it's I enjoyed this one. The typos aside, I really like this sort of deeper look that we're getting of things from a Digimon's perspective.
Yeah.
You know, and there was like a vague mention of Yggdrasil as
Yeah.
well, which I was kind of like, oh,
Yggdrasil keeps out all the contaminated folk.
yeah, it was their decision. Now the name Yggdrasil isn't mentioned, but AG has a like he's like, okay, so like who decided that contaminated Digimon aren't allowed back into the digital world? And Loogamon says something akin to what you would call a god. And I was like, oh, okay, cool. So it is Yggdrasil. And that makes sense in a way, like that they're sort of setting that up now, I think. Because we're dealing with three Digimon who are X antibody carriers. And, you know, the X antibody was Yggdrasil's like you know, final plan as such to purge the digital world of overpopulation.
Yeah.
You know, it's so it that kind of tracks that were like that they've kind of put that breadcrumb there. It was the scene on the train as well I really liked, where because this feeds into sort of a theory I had like even a couple of weeks ago, where they're sitting on the train and Eiji's like, so can I touch you? And Lugomon basically growls at him again. It's like, you better not. And Eiji's like, yeah, my dog didn't like me either. And Lugomon's just, I've heard enough stories about your dog. He was probably just using you. He didn't see you as his master. And Eiji has a wait, what moment? As if like, what do you know about my dog? And I'm like, has Ryu Senji just been watching the family this whole time? Just like,
yeah, see, I didn't read it that way. I read it as just, oh, would you ever shut up about that dog?
Yeah, and
he's had him for a while now, so I just read it as he never stops comparing him to the other dog.
Maybe. Well, it could very well be that, but
but you could also be right.
It's the AG having a moment as if caught off guard that Lugomon's mentioning the dog at all, because it sounds like he's talking to Lugomon about it for the first time. No, I mean, did he mention him like the first time he tried to pet him in the bedroom?
I'm not sure if he mentioned him out loud or not.
Yeah, because
could have just thought it, but if they were linked, then maybe.
Yeah, and so it could be your train of thought on it. Train. But
well, speaking of trains, do you want to put up the image?
Oh yeah, actually, it's also speaking of trains. It's a train. It's not a Trailmon or a Repamon or Reshamon or.
Yeah, it seems to just be a train.
Just a train, not a train Digimon.
Yeah, it's like a kind of a subway, but then it goes outside as well. So.
Which is very weird because we know there are train Digimon.
It's interesting.
Yeah, I'll put the image up.
It was there.
No, it wasn't.
Yes, it was. Go back. Back one, I'm
I
telling you.
got okay.
Back button. That's the form.
Oh, I thought that was the other image. Just they're all blue, so I thought I thought it was last week's image. Here we are on the train.
Look at his little angry face.
He's such an angry boy.
So when I'm picturing, like when I'm reading it, I'm picturing a bigger version of him because he's so adult when he's talking.
Yeah.
And then I look at the pictures and I'm like, you're just a tiny pupper.
Just a little angry pupper. I do love the Andromon just being like, I'm trying to sleep over here.
He looks hurt though.
Oh yeah, he also does look super hurt. But like if there's always fighting going on in this place and you know, scrapping over resources, it makes sense. Yeah. I can't tell if that's a Solarmon or a Hagurumon. Because they're both the same. Like the color scheme for these images doesn't help me discern certain Digimon.
They're kind of like shinies or something.
Basically, yeah.
Yeah, that wouldn't.
Solarmon is Solarmon is basically an orange and gold Hagurumon. Where Hagurumon is like brown and gold. So, because he looks like a sun, but he's a cog.
Yeah.
So he's a variant, but he gets a new name because Digimon is like that.
I'm sorry, I just saw Loogamon's Toebeans.
Well, they mention his Toebeans in the chapter, and that was kind of adorable.
I just saw them there. I didn't see them when I looked at that image first. Look at the Toebeans.
Yeah. But I did like he takes up the space of 3 chairs.
Yeah.
And like it even mentions that the other Digimon look at him in annoyance, but it's not improper manners.
Like that cog is not doing the same thing.
I don't think the cog gets a choice. The cog has 2 other cogs. Well, cogging. But yes, Loogamon Toebeans, adorable.
Yeah.
And then like we get to 9th Castle and 9th Avenue even, and Loogamon's like, there's something waiting for me here. And we kind of like get the confirmation that Loogamon doesn't really remember anything.
Yeah, he straight out
like he just outright says it to Eiji, yeah.
He's like, there's memories there, but they're fuzzy, and it's like something's around his Digicore. Is that what he said?
Yeah, it's like, so the way I sort of took it was he remembers being Baumon and the other one, but he doesn't really remember anything after that.
Yeah.
So he knows there's something at this castle waiting for him, but he doesn't know what. And but it was nice to sort of get the confirmation, because we did mention that like the Chumon, seem to hold him with a bit of reverence, and they seem to know him from before.
Yeah, others seem to know who he is, but he doesn't seem to know why.
Yeah, and it's nice that like Loogamon has, like we sort of get confirmed as well, Loogamon has the awareness to sort of just run with it.
Yeah.
Sort of go, yeah.
Like he has a vague kind of memory of something, but he's not sure what.
Yeah.
But he's
not outright, but he's smart enough to not be like, oh, I don't remember you at all, Chumon.
They're like, oh, it's you. And he's like, oh, yes, it is.
What does that mean? Internally. Internal panic. So yeah, like I'm looking forward to next week. I guess we're doing 114 next week.
Can you just scroll through it, just make sure we didn't miss anything? I don't think we did. But...
No, I think we covered the sort of the ins and outs of it. Yeah, AG thinks is it like amnesia? It doesn't seem, when I try to remember, it's all a haze. Something akin to our god. The wall prevents code crackers and humans. Okay, yeah. Inside the wall. Everyone's so explaining the slums and oh, actually, they said where is it? There are Chumon popping up everywhere. Mutant Daimon was also another typo. That should be mutant Digimon. And Digimon that have adapted and evolved in an environment polluted. Right, so this is like explaining the Chumon and the Chuchumon fighting each other.
Yeah, like
there's one of the new cards for Booster 14.
Yeah.
I really feel like encapsulates this.
Oh, yeah.
Let me go get it. I'll put it up on screen for people who haven't seen, because the artwork is just, oh, it's so good, and I think it's encapsulating this. So it's not the really cool Leomon art anyway.
He'd wreck everyone in the slums.
Yeah. Where did it go? No, that is Scummon, and well, Jumon there as well.
Not the one we're thinking of. Ew.
Oh god, it looks like a modify card, but it looks like a plug-in, but it's a poop. Oh, it is. It's a plug-in card. Oh, gross. There it is.
There it is.
It's just all these like Chumon, like, and there's just explosions going on, and they're all insane.
They always look quite insane.
Yeah, but I can't tell if, like
I said, they're the crackheads of the digital world.
Yeah. I think they're in a desert more so than a city. Just looking at the pillars behind them.
Maybe.
But yeah. So maybe I'm wrong, but just
could be a pile of trash. You don't know.
It could be. I'll pop it up on screen anyway, just because it's such a cool card design. You know, I wouldn't be against having this one in the collection. So. There we go.
Finish it.
What?
No?
No?
That's not what you were singing?
What?
You kind of went down the Dantemon.
Did I?
Tune there, yeah.
Oh, I didn't even notice.
So I was like, finish it.
Dantemon, Dantemon, da 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 dan dan Dantemon, Dantemon, Dantemon. Da da dan dan Dantemon, 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 da 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 Dantemon. Dantemon is good at karaoke. Fucking love Dantemon. Unapologetically one of my favorites. And if the card game would hurry up and add Atmon to it, we could get cool new art of Dantemon. That'd be amazing.
Yes. Why won't they?
because they remembered Adventure 99 exists and stuck it in with the Blast Ace packet. Or the Seekers pack. But yeah, no, I really love this. I just love how crazy the artwork is.
Yeah, I love the one kind of just up under the 1,000 there, because he looks like he's
he looks like he's been launched.
Yeah, like the rest of them are kind of running from the explosion. He looks like he's been shot out of a cannon.
Yeah, no, it is. It's really good. I do enjoy. But let me just sort of go back and have a look again. Digimon are worn out on a daily basis. No matter how carefully they're treated, tools break, and when they fail, they fail. And yeah, so yeah, I don't really think we've missed anything. Like there's nothing like we talk like we did like they talk quite a bit about Digimon being discarded by humans and how they end up in the wall slum. But there's no real beat in any of that we missed in talking about it.
I think the only thing I can think of that we've missed talking about, when you said it confirmed some theory for you about Ryusenji, but you meant watching the family and
oh yeah,
all of that kind of stuff. At the very start, when the cloaked Digimon from the Sons of Chaos, I was going to say the Sons of Anarchy, from the Sons of Chaos is talking about the Mind Link.
The Mink Link.
The Mink Link. He asks if they think, because there's two voices, the Digimon and
and somebody else's. Yeah,
they're like, I didn't expect him to be mind linked.
Yeah.
Do you think he noticed that we were too?
Ah,
So like,
yeah. Like I wonder.
so I thought maybe when you said about Ryosenji, because we had previously, speculated he might be
He
part
might
of the
be
Sun.
Tartarus.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was like,
Yeah.
did you think that was Ryosenji? But
No,
no.
because they specified it was the voice of the interviewer. Now,
Yeah.
granted, look, Ryusenji's a smart man. He could be using like a voice mod or something,
Yeah.
to mask his voice. But the impression I got from that was he was talking to Chris Redfield or the other guy.
Yeah. Something like that. Or maybe one of their lower downs.
Subordinates,
Yeah.
yeah. But I still think if the cloaked Digimon is going to be Ryudamon or Dorumon, it has to be Chris Redfield or the other guy.
Yeah.
Because
So
there's no point in putting a cloak on him otherwise.
Yeah, otherwise he's not like unless
Like,
there's
like they say
something.
the cloak comes off and it's just Gabumon.
Yeah, like what was the point?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like why the mystique?
Yeah.
It's just Gabumon.
Yeah. Unless it's kind of a thing like to hide if it was Pulsemon. So you wouldn't because Satsuki knows that Leon uses a Pulsemon.
Yeah.
So if it was something like that, but AG doesn't know shit, so
No, but AG doesn't know shit, and B, like, we know Leon the judge like hates hackers and crackers altogether.
Oh no, I meant him as an example of why he would cover his one.
Oh right, okay.
So if there's a recognizable one, and then for some reason AG was taken in, and he could go, well, they use a Gabumon.
Yeah.
That person uses a Gabumon, and then they could start tracking down Gabumon. You know, that kind of way.
Yeah, I get you.
So maybe that would be the reason to hide it, but
I think it's more so Loogamon. I think it's more just that so Loogamon can go, hey, why do you have this thing on your head as well? I think
it's a Digimon that Loogamon knows.
I mean, he could know these two. We don't know. Yeah, like, it could be anything. Like we'll find out soon. I guess like might be another month from now with the way things are progressing. But I get the feeling like if this was an anime, we'd get some sort of vague outline of the Digimon under the rug, like under the cloak, kind of like Hackmon and Try when he was.
Yeah.
Going around all cloaked and mysterious, and you're like, nah, that's Hackmon. Something like that. But
yeah, it's kind of like the audience would know, but obviously, they would not know.
But I do like that, like the train is just like one of our trains, but in Digimon language.
Yeah, I was just gonna say that's another thing we didn't mention. There's all the Digimon language all over the train.
Yeah, and that's how we find out like it's forbidden to cause trouble on the subway. And then later on, that they sort of clarify again. It's like, well, no, the subway, the subway is like this sort of like peace treaty border thing where
it's like a safe haven almost. The bit between the two Koreas called demilitarized zone.
Oh yeah, the doesn't it have like a name, another name like the area of peace or something
like that? Yeah. But it's like that is a peaceful area, that little strip of land.
Yeah.
But so that's what this train basically is. Get to and from places, but if your worst enemy is standing right in front of you, don't you dare.
yeah. I'm enjoying Loogamon. I'm enjoying learning more about Loogamon.
I'm looking forward to when they actually get to this castle. Or
I because it really has sort of okay, what's at the castle? What's waiting for him?
And I want to know then, because the interviewer said they'll do something to make the test
make
it more of a
challenge. Because like they had the whole thing where like, well, he's the wolf of the ninth castle. Surely mapping the place is going to be a bit too easy. I'm like, well, they obviously don't know he has amnesia or he's foggy.
Yeah,
either.
Because they think he's going to be able to do it like no problem. So they're adding in challenges, but there's also something else waiting there. So that could be 2 whole other chapters.
God, at this stage, like, we still have to meet Yulin as well. And I know we say this every week. Like, I feel like for the last 4 chapters,
when are we going to get to the police station?
Yeah, I know, right? Like we still have to meet Yulin and sort of have that clarification on the mind link time limit, which does get vaguely mentioned at the start of this. Um, what did they actually say? He hadn't been told. I didn't know they were going to suddenly show up with a limit unlock. So AG's mind link doesn't have a time limit on it.
Yeah, that's what it seems like. Minklink.
His Mink Link, yeah, his Mink Link doesn't have a time limit. So, which is, and I hate time limits in Digimon.
Yeah.
I hate arbitrary time limits in Digimon for, looking at you, Ghost Game.
Yeah.
That should have went away when your Digivices changed, but no.
Atmon did it better.
Yep, Atmon did it so much. That's a lot. Atmon did better.
Ghost Game is kind of just Tamers and Atmon, but so far it's done better than Tamers and.
Well, we can't say that for Tamers yet.
We're only That's why I said so far.
So far. We're like, what are we? 9 episodes into Tamers?
Yes.
So this Sunday.
9, 10?
9.
Oh yeah, we did 7, 8, and 9.
Yeah. So this coming Sunday we'll be doing 10 and 11.
Yeah.
But I'm looking forward to Crosswords tomorrow for episodes 12 and 13.
Yeah.
I'm super excited.
Yeah, like Yami was saying in the Discord that I might change my mind on that, or I'll see how wrong I've been or something.
Yeah.
So I'll probably come back to this opinion every 10 episodes.
Yeah, but then Yami also went, okay, yeah, the dub is the Japanese version is kind of boring. Maybe it's just
not
the
holding
dub.
up. Yeah. So yeah, maybe it's just.
Maybe it is just nostalgia for the dub version. Like we have it over there.
Yeah.
Could
so
boot up an episode or two and see how you feel.
Yeah.
The vibe of it.
Yeah, even just the first couple of episodes to see if it actually has more of an energy to it.
Yeah.
Because I know the vibe the Tamers is trying to go for.
Yeah.
It's like it's in the era of when like the Matrix and all that was cool and everything was dark and gritty and I know like it's just not working for you.
It's trying to take the idea of Digimon and make it's like when superhero movies try to stay grounded in reality and they don't work because of that. I feel like that's what this is trying to do. It's trying to go, okay, but what if Digimon were real? How would you take care of one? Like if you had a Guilmon right now, how would you look after the baby?
Yeah.
And it is a bit of a pace killer.
Yeah, because it's been the same episode like several times so far. We're only 9 episodes in.
Yeah, it really has just been like the same episode. A couple
how to hide the baby, how to feed the baby.
Yeah.
Oh no, the baby broke out.
Oh, I'm annoyed at the baby because I think he's done something wrong. Oh, he didn't. I forgive him.
Rinse and repeat.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm hoping you enjoy Crosswords tomorrow as well.
Yeah, well, you said you were looking forward to these episodes, so
yeah, I know. I know already. Remember. Yeah, I know already. 13 is just going to be a 5. I know that already. Like I'll mark it off in advance.
You're not allowed to do that.
No, no, because that could be nostalgia talking, and then I'll watch it again and go, "Oh, actually,
she's sitting here like Krusty, going, "What the hell was that?"
Yeah. Yeah, the cigarette falling out of my mouth. Don't smoke. That's your PSA for today. Don't smoke.
Don't vape either. Smells good, but it's not worth it.
No, it's not worth clogging up your lungs. With either or. So just because the vape is like candy floss doesn't mean it's not. Doesn't mean it's got the effects of candy floss.
You wouldn't like to inhale some candy floss, would you?
Probably not. No, probably not. Anyway, so again, I'm kind of happy that we haven't been able to grade these as such because there's no start and end points really to rate chapter 113 out of 5 and
if eventually it goes to 2.
Yeah, we can sort of do chapter 1 as a whole. Yeah.
But would it still be out of 5 or would it be out of 10?
I don't know. It really depends on. I don't know. I don't know. We'd have to address that if and when we get there.
Yeah.
Because right now I'm like, right, we're getting to we're 114. We're getting to the castle. So by 115 or 116, are we going to have met Yulin? Is he going to have evolved to Loogamon? Are we going to go all the way to 120? Like, or and have a round number to sort of finish off chapter 1.
Yeah.
And then go 2-1, a month from now.
I feel like this Sons of Chaos stuff is chapter
2. Yeah.
That's where it should have broken before this. But we'll see. It could just go to 160.
And we did discuss that before, that this could be like chapter 1, but not in a chapter 1 of in a traditional 300-page book, but rather chapter 1 of an event.
Yeah.
Chapter 1 of a person's life.
Yeah.
Which technically, so there could be a different inclination here.
Yeah.
But then again, I'd be curious to see how many pages this is all taking up, like on in like a proper novel format.
Because they did give us the word count for what it would be.
Yeah.
So,
Not that
in total.
Like 60,000 words or something. Yeah. We're certainly not there, but
does that include the words that are inside other words?
Yeah. Well, we show off the artwork then, and we'll wrap up. So,
just coming up on the hour now. So.
Yeah. So let's have a look at some artwork. Okay. Yeah, I know.
Well, I was just gonna say click back.
I don't think there's a whole lot of artwork this week. I think there's like 6. Now they might have added more, but I think there's only like 8.
No, yeah, because there's Pulsemon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's just these 2 top rows. So we might as well just go in order.
Yeah.
So once again, Chungus K with some more fantastic Pulsemon art.
Yeah, that's really pretty.
This like that really pops. I really do like this a lot. And then he definitely looks. Sorry, hold on. He definitely looks like more of a Sonic.
I mean, you just took the words right out of my head. I wasn't even gonna say it out loud because I always say it, but yeah. I was just like, well, every week he looks more and more like a Sonic.
Yeah.
And he really does.
But
he looks like more of a Sonic than that Sonic figure or that Sonic costume we were looking at earlier.
The stone one.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I think the colors really pop.
That'd be great card art.
It would. Yeah, no, it really would. It'd be great card art. I like the lightning behind him because he's got in the speed lines because he's gotta go fast. But yeah, no, great Pulsemon art. Then we have this pixel Loogamon, which is just adorable.
That's really cute.
This is from Esoptron 3. And yeah, just it's a cute pixelated Loogamon. It's adorable. Yeah. Snap. So yeah, no, really well done. We've got this really fun Pulsemon art. And
the electric speed demon.
Yeah, by Kamenki? Corn Key. Every week. Corn and Key. Every week I read that wrong. I read that or an N as an M.
Yeah. No, there's definitely R N N.
Right. Yeah, so I read it as like Common Key or something.
Yeah.
Because I'm further away.
Yeah.
But you know what? I will say, right? I really do love this. And I love the breakups in the lettering, the tears in them, and whatever. But this also pose wise kind of reminds me of a Ghost game evolution.
And like,
you know the way like when so the bracelet goes off and it lights up, and then you have Digimon goes off to the side, partner goes off to the side.
Yeah.
Like, you know, I get that vibe from it. Even though I know like the child to adult ones where like the head pops up and then they fling back. But for the ones later where it's like
Yeah.
side to side shots, I just get that vibe from this, and I think it's pretty cool. I love the coloring. I love the shading in around like the head spikes.
Yeah, it makes it look like hair.
Yeah, yeah. And then we have Angie Boy and Sleepy and Happy Boys.
Yeah.
The little Bowmon is adorable.
He's so cute.
From Neo Gabu 89. 99?
99.
99. Yeah, it's adorable. I love the digital background on it with the
it's really nice.
with the binary, and
I'd love that background.
Just the background. Yeah, just the background would be nice. Yeah. This is great. Like, you know, sleepy, happy, and growly. Yeah, that's good.
He's like a little like Magatama.
Yeah.
Shape of him.
Yeah, he kind of is. Brilliant. And then more Espimon on the beach art. People really love this. Oh no, okay. Loogamon's here with some meat. From Buffyta. Okay. King, yeah. King _ allegiance on Twitter, but Buffyta is the tag.
Yeah. 17.
Yeah. It's a tag I've seen around. I love.
Yeah, so Pulsemon is making off with the egg.
Yeah, Pulsemon also looks kind of memey. Like he looks like he's doing a meme face or something. Espimon is super detailed.
Yeah, he's so shiny.
Yeah, and then Loogamon is just very derpy looking and very just happy to have food.
Yeah.
Like any doggo. That's pretty good. The cave thing that they're in, I'm not sure what that is.
Yeah, when you clicked into it first, I thought it was like a dinosaur leaning over them or something, but it doesn't look familiar.
No.
So maybe it's just part of the beach.
It could just be like, yeah, a cave, or like, because this kind of looks like an eye up here, and then like you have a nose and a mouth or something.
Yeah,
so
that's why I thought it was.
like
but
is it like, I don't think it's a Digimon.
I don't think so.
No.
It's none of the Digimon that were in that scene anyway.
No, definitely no. But I think this is cute. I love like just the very simply drawn Pulsemon making off with the egg. Kind of had a layer of humor to it when Espimon is so fucking detailed. Scarily so, like the shines on his head and his ears, like it's incredibly detailed. So yeah, no, really I enjoy this quite a bit. Now we have Pulsemon's mega form here.
Damn.
Yeah. From Frank Re 900 58603.
But it also says the original is by Doa_D_715.
Oh, is this a repo? Fan art?
They uploaded for someone else, maybe?
Oh, hold on. Maybe we can go to the actual tweet and find out. Kazuchimon. I mean, Dawa could be the person who conceptualized Kazuchimon.
Oh, maybe.
You know, there's no comments for clarification, so it could be, Dawa could be D1715. That a Yggdrasil reference? No, that's 79. That's 79D. But yeah, I think they might be the person who conceptualized Kazuchimon, and then so they're just, you know, crediting design to, so to speak. So, but overall, still really fun bit of art. There's just so much going on. I don't really know where to start. Like you've got the ropes flailing behind him. You've got the big art. You've got the energy swords that seem to be combining. Like I know like one's up behind him, but the slash of this one sort of circling back, it kind of looks like they're connected. It's a really good piece. Very intimidating because I don't know where to start with it. But no, very good, very, very cool art. Then we have the meme.
Oh yeah.
Expectation, reality. And this is true. Like we all looked at AG's design and expected him to be like a big edgelord. not the like the goofy nerd that he kind of is,
Yeah.
and Loogamon to just be a happy pupper.
But he's actually the edgy.
But Lugamon's
Yeah.
the edgy, annoyed one, and Eiichi's just like
This
so.
is so cool.
Yeah, this is amazing. I love this so much.
Yeah. That's by Seventh Sofa.
Yeah, we've shown
Yeah.
off pieces from them before. So I like that, like the Digimon seekers, like the people who pick out the artwork, looked at this and went, yes. And then finally, we have a really fuzzy boy.
Ooh.
A really fuzzy boy.
Oh, that looks like a real nose.
Yeah.
Kind of dry, but it looks like a real nose.
Lexus MCH 1996.
Yeah.
So,
El Lobo Demonia del Castillo de los 9 Lobos. I don't know 9 in Spanish.
I used to be able to count to 10, and now I'm a deer in the headlights. I don't remember. I don't remember language at all. After a long time, this is my 4th fan art from my Twitter account. Loogamon, the Demon Wolf, the Castle of 9 Wolves by Digimon Seekers. I hope you like it. Greetings from
Spain, is it?
No,
Spain is
red and yellow. Yeah, I don't know what red, white, red flag is.
Oh, that didn't help.
Is it a YouTube?
No, it's an actual flag.
No, I know. It just you just turn this white into like the play button and I guess it's like it has to be like a South American country, or
I guess
I'm just not familiar. Like it's
I'm
only familiar really with like ashamedly so. Like, you know, because that's a culture thing. I'm not, but like I'd only really be familiar with like Spanish, the Portuguese, the Brazilian, the Argentinian flags. You know, outside of that, But granted, you'll probably tell me what country it belongs to, and I'll go, oh yeah. So.
Yeah, so that's not the wrong way around. Yeah, I couldn't have told you before what Austria's flag was either. Almost like the Canadian flag, but nothing in the middle. I mean.
Yeah, no, I get you.
Seem to be on this image. Is it Peru? Peru has something in the middle though. Well, on this it does anyway. Maybe it's
Peru.
Yeah, hold on. This Peru has a little.
I guess they left it out because I searched red white red flag.
Yeah.
And one of the Google options was vertical, and the first thing I got was an Amazon listing for a Peru flag. Peru without the arms. So it's the Peruvian flag, but it just doesn't have the coat of arms in the middle.
Okay.
And that might be why it threw us off.
Yeah, maybe.
Because I feel like the coat of arms might have at least hinted.
Maybe.
Where if you're just looking at I don't want to say bland, but if you're just looking at a tricolor, sometimes like some of them very do much look the same, like you're saying the Canadian flag.
So yeah, it was the Canadian flag without the
maple leaf
in the middle.
Yeah.
So if they left that out and expected us to know it was Canada, you wouldn't know it was Canada.
No, but if you take like the Austrian flag is just that, but it's horizontal rather than vertical.
Yeah.
And then Malta is just white on one side and red on the other. So
and there's another one where that's vertical as well, where it's just red and white.
And that's Poland. Poland's white and red.
Yeah. And then there's another one the opposite way.
Oh, it's like just red. Oh, Monaco.
Yeah. There we go.
Yeah. So it's like. So it's flags can be confusing because a lot of them look the same. I mean, the flag for the Ivory Coast is just the Irish flag in reverse.
Yeah, that's why they always screw it up.
Yeah. Yeah. But yeah, no, some really cool fan art this week. The first Pulsemon we looked at it, I really enjoy. The pixelated Loogamon is just adorable. The Kazuchimon art, like, God, there's so much going on. It's imposing to look at, which is good.
Yeah.
But I think my favorite one is the meme.
The meme or the sleepy baby.
Yeah, that's fair. That's a good shout.
Yeah, I
Sleepy.
mean, I love the whole artwork, but that sleepy baby he's just so adorable. I just want to brush him.
Yeah, that's very fair. Crush in a very like just like hug him and cuddle him really tight, right?
Oh no, they could just grab him and just. This looks so cute.
Oh, poor pupper. No wonder Loogamon's so angry. Yikes!
You never had that urge when something is just so cute you just
So-
want to destroy it.
No,
Really, that's like a normal human urge.
says who?
Everyone. I'm just.
Fucking
That's why we go. "Ah!" That's why you want to grab babies by the cheeks and squeeze them.
psychopaths, the lot of you. Absolute bloody psychopaths. Had to channel my inner Rex for that one. You bloody psychopaths.
Well, I believe that was a very unique podcast.
I hope so.
Mm.
I hope so, Master YouTube.
Mm.
And
I thought you were gonna say Toei, and I was like, no, not them this week.
no, Toei get off this week. Digimon card game still has my irking annoyance because they're doing the gold backed Sistermon as prize cards, and I'm just like, the set looks crap because you don't have the 3 Sistermon as the
Oh yeah,
prizes.
there's just 2 of the
It's
ones.
just 2
Yeah.
CLs because yeah.
Stupid reasons.
Yeah.
Maybe not back in the day, but definitely now there's stupid reasons.
Yeah. So, stop Sistermon the war erasure.
Mm.
I'll always champion that cause, but we're going to get out of here. I want to go play more Zelda
Yeah.
and chill out because it's been a rough couple of days.
I'm gonna try to sleep.
Yeah.
I gotta get up early tomorrow.
Oh, you do. You've a day ahead of you. Yeah, I'll make sure you wake up in the morning.
And then you get to roll over and go back and sleep for a few hours.
Yeah. All right. Well, look, that is it from us. Thank you so much for watching. This will likely go live early on tomorrow. Well, today being Wednesday. And then Wednesday night we'll have the podcast. We'll be back with Digimon Cross Wars 12 and 13.
Yay!
And then we will have Tamers 10 and 11 at the weekend.
Yes.
So, good stuff all around. Looking forward to Seekers 1-14, and I hope you guys are as well. Let us know what your thoughts on Seekers are. Are you excited for Loogamon's story? Is there anything about the world building so far that's really caught your attention?
Or not.
Or not?
Bored?
Are you bored
sick
by
of
it? Yeah, like you just want them to hurry up, man. When are we getting to the evolution factory? Or back to the police station so we can have more Satsuki and finally get introduced to Yulin.
Yeah, I'm gonna meet you then.
Yeah, it'd be great. So, take care, everyone. We will see you later tonight by the time this goes live.
Yeah,
So,
go follow all the socials and whatnot.
descriptions down below. And we'll catch you later. Bye.
Bye.